If we could see what I wanted, then we could be just like we planned. If we could see what I wanted. If we could see what I wanted, then we could be just like we planned. If we could see what I wanted, then everything would be glad.
A lot of my music comes from an intention to be in alignment with the vibrational reality that I wish to exist in. Music's my priority, up there with like my mental and physical health.
How we gonna make our way through capitalism? We gotta get when we get
We're
without
looking
permission, thinking
to
we
all
got
come
no
together
control.
at some sort of a unique access point.
I mean, if you know what Dharma is, it's my purpose. It's the reason I'm here in this body for this time being. Like, I don't want that to pass and feel like I play things safe. So I really invest everything in music. Every genre of music, I can find something that I like.
My background is primarily acoustic music, folk and blues.
We want to create a sound that's like this, ba-bam, you know? We want to take you there and in where you can close your eyes and go on a ride.
I met Tait through a mutual friend, Jeff Bertini, about 12 years ago. Ever since, I've just found him to be really interesting, and his music's great. You know, Tait wasn't in a band for a while, so randomly, about 2 years ago, I don't know who reached out to who, I forget. I'd have to ask him. But I think it might have been me even.
He hit me up, and it was like an angel calling from the sky, like, hey, you want to record a song? I was like, yeah, I'd love to.
Or whether maybe it was vice versa, and he asked me, and I was just like, yeah, it's time for me to start making music again.
And he was like, no, just come. And I was like, what? So I came, and we did a song. We did that, The Love Inside, which there's a video for. And we knocked that out in one day, and I was just so stoked. I was like, wow, this is awesome, so much fun, because that's what I love to do, is make music. And then, so I thought he was inviting me up just for that time. I was like, cool, thanks. And then he was like, so yeah, like, when are you coming back? And I was like, what?
I was really just looking for somebody to jam with, to try to expand my sound.
The name of our project at this point is called Chakra 8. Called Chakra 8, the 8th chakra.
It's kind of like over your head, and that's kind of where we want our music to be. It's like over people's heads, so they're kind of like, whoa, like what is this? You know, what's happening right now? It's kind of a cool name too.
So the 8th chakra actually is what's lit up when you're in tune with your highest purpose. So I thought that was just in alignment with what the intention is behind the music.
With enough randomness, a form starts to take shape. I think it's a rich blend of musicianship.
For me, music is sort of a tool to help myself deepen that connection with certain places of true love, of freedom, of excitement, of divinity, and all these qualities that I see as a high frequency.
I think you can bring the human experience into greater focus because music connects through all cultures.
I would say it's myself, Rick Mabery, and Casey Cole moving this thing along.
Mostly just every weekend we get together and Tait, Casey, and I just record as long as we can until like we're just out of gas. Tait runs on high octane, you know.
When it comes to music and albums and writing songs, Tait's kind of a workhorse. I mean, a lot of material.
Your highest purpose. We have so many purposes that we can align ourselves with while we're here, and the highest purpose would be that which is in tune with our nature and in tune with who we want to be, who we want to express. And all of the things that we do throughout our lives are either expanding or contracting that. And when we continuously sort of feed that, that lights up the 8th chakra and just gets us on that over your head sort of like floating. They call it the seat of the soul. It's where the soul is in there pulling all the levers and just moving. Yeah, that's that.
It's just kind of like a really comfortable feeling.
I'm not a religious man per se, but I relate to a lot of religious values.
It's really inspirational, you know.
There's something about it that just feels very right, you know. And for me, music, it's like my experience with the all-seeing eye. It's this is who I am, and I get to shout it. Like whether it doesn't matter what I'm feeling at that moment, it doesn't matter what I'm going through. It doesn't even matter if I'm not well rehearsed. Well, it does to a degree. But what I know, the reason I don't feel nervous is that I know no matter what happens, it's going to be real.
Don't make sense to me, they're just a sound. I was walking home from your house on a Sunday night, morning afternoon. I was frightened by your hug because it lifted me up to the moon. Can I get my jollies off, Johnny? Can you get me on? Yeah. My jollies off, Jolly, can you get me on? Yeah, yeah. get my jollies off, Johnny? Can you get me on? Yeah, yeah. Oh, can I get my jollies off, Johnny? Can you get me on? Yeah, yeah.
Then we can just drown it all out.
You know, we have done a few songs like that where there's a little more pre-production, which is also fun. But a lot of it, I find excitement in the creative process of just seeing how it unravels, just having us together and see what comes from it through our conversations, through what I'm feeling, you know, as far as the energy that's being expressed.
We definitely have a strong connection musically.
I think a lot of the music that we've been making is very experimental to a degree of me trying to run from what's comfortable for me.
Things come up where, like hardships or whatever, or people argue in bands, which probably leads to them splitting up most of the time because there's just so much arguing, different egos, too much ego.
Everyone's got an ego, and yeah, it stinks.
I felt stuck, you know. I'm sure we've all experienced that moment in our lives where, like, frequency-wise, we're kind of like down here. We feel kind of stuck, looking for something to kind of like pull us out. I made a very vulnerable post online, and Casey reached out. And he was like, "I get you, man. Like, also, let's get together. Let's make music." So I showed him this song I've been fiddling around on.
He started playing this song.
When I was traveling, I kept fiddling with this little like riff.
He was playing in the key of D, and my guitar happened to be in an open D tuning.
He just came right in, and it was like what he was playing was exactly kind of what should be there.
I just started to sort of transpose that blues stuff to the tempo of his song.
The harmony of the response that Casey had to, it's like taking they're classic tunes. They're classic to me.
I was just trying to complement what Tait was already doing.
But he was taking those and adding this other layer that was quite perfect for what it needed. And then bringing that into the studio, that was sort of where we started building.
I think complacency sets in pretty quickly.
I guess I get bored with certain ideas and concepts, so I want to shake it up and be like, well, let's do something that's as far from this as possible. And so I think Chakra 8, in terms of the past 2 years in the studio, has been me kind of wanting to bounce off of what I'm doing and do the opposite in a way, like trying to run from myself.
This is a DDA DMR12. It's a 56 channel console. It does what I need it to do, and pretty well. I try to buy analog gear and tubed gear. There's not much pre-production. We don't really talk about stuff, you know, like we have to make a song this certain way, you know, next time we come in the studio. It's not like that.
Sort of go up in the morning and get started, and before you know it, it's like starting to get dark, and you've been at it for hours.
Spontaneity is key, really.
The music is a balance of all the life's aspects, and so, you know, we work jobs, we balance things out with family and work and finances and our health and all these things that we all deal with. It's just a matter of playing with that line, that balance of, okay, how much is music a priority to me, and how much am I willing to sacrifice to do this, and playing with that line a bit as a collective, as a group, where, you know, it's not one person's decision, so we all have to kind of communicate with each other. That's the biggest challenge, really, is just incorporating everything else that wants to be heard in life, and honoring that and valuing our personal relationships.
That's it. We did it, guys.
You shouldn't have squirted that in his coffee earlier.
Did you all spike my coffee with LSD?
What?
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 Oh,
What
shit.
kind of crazy shit would that be?
It's like, wait. If you spiked it and I spiked it. Wait.
Holy shit.
Shit.